angry at me because you perceived me as have thrown you under the bus when we all went out to lunch after.
Well, I feel like you threw me under the bus, and I think that you threw me under the bus trying to talk at a table read with industry people. I don't think that was cool.
Oh, not at all. You are so wrong about that. As a matter of fact, it was the polar opposite. I would never, ever throw you under the bus with people in the industry because I know that you want to be in this industry.
Heather Dubrow, the self-proclaimed fancy pants of the Real Housewives of Orange County. To the public, she was everything the franchise loved to showcase: wealth, refinement, and a calm, commanding presence. She lived in multi-million-dollar mansions, wore couture like casual wear, and spoke with the confidence of someone who had mastered her world.
Are you kidding me? I don't want to do this with you. I'm not
Why
interested.
aren't you? Because the truth
Dark
is the truth?
No, Tamara, you have your own version of the truth, and I'm not interested in it, honestly.
The truth.
You know, I'm fine with the truth. I don't like your nonsense and your spinning
What is my
things.
What am I spinning? Tell me what I'm
Tamara,
spinning.
I'm not interested in this.
What
with
is-
you.
what am
You've
I
been
spinning?
doing this for.
But behind that polished image, a darker story grew louder with every season. One built on arrogance, manipulation, and an obsession with control. The woman once seen as the classiest housewife slowly became one of the most polarizing.
Just don't really find you that funny. You want to make fun of me as an athlete. That is funny. You need to write down all the rules then, Heather.
No,
because
it's
if
not
I
a
slightly
rule.
go out of bounds, it's the
That's
end
not-
of the world. She
No.
can tell you to f up all day long, but I slightly go out of the rules, and it's not okay. And I get the finger, and I get the things. You're so
There's
afraid
no
of confrontation, but not with me.
Really, I am not afraid of
I
conflict.
know
Heather
that. Not with me.
No,
Not with
anyone.
me. That's how I feel.
Well,
I'm
that's
allowed to have
bullshit.
feelings too.
Tonight, we look beyond the marble floors and champagne glasses to uncover the dark side of Heather Dubrow. A story of control, conflict, and a relentless pursuit of the flawless image that ultimately turned against her. Before Bravo fame, Heather was already living a comfortable Hollywood life. She worked as an actress in the late 90s and
Dubrow.
early 2000s, appearing in sitcoms like That's Life and Jenny. She married Terry Dubrow, a well-known plastic surgeon who would later gain fame from Botched. Together, they embodied success, beauty, money, and ambition. When Heather joined the Real Housewives of Orange County in 2012, she was unlike anyone else on the cast. While others leaned into chaos, Heather carried herself like a woman above the drama. She spoke with precision, kept her home spotless, and reminded everyone, often, of her Ivy League education and refined manners. As her first few seasons unfolded, the cracks began to show. The elegant image that had made her beloved started to feel like armor, one she wore to keep herself above the rest, both literally and emotionally. By the time her first run on the show ended, fans were
Unveiling the shadows behind the glamour. In the glamorous world of reality television and high society, Heather Dubrow has long been celebrated as the epitome of elegance, sophistication, and wealth. With her impeccable style, polished demeanor, and reputation as a savvy businesswoman, she has become a household name, an icon of the affluent lifestyle many aspire to. But behind the perfectly curated image lies a side of Heather Dubrow few have glimpsed, shrouded in mystery and whispers of darker truths. This is the story of the woman behind the glitz, the woman who, beneath her polished veneer, harbors secrets that threaten to unravel her carefully constructed empire. The rise to glamour. Heather Dubrow's ascent was nothing short of meteoric. From her early days as a young actress and model to her marriage into a wealthy family, Heather's life seemed destined for the spotlight. Her appearances on The Real Housewives of Orange County catapulted her into fame, showcasing her lavish lifestyle, her impeccable taste, and her quick wit. Fans admired her confidence, her entrepreneurial spirit, and her unwavering commitment to her family. Yet, beneath her public persona of grace and control, whispers began to circulate, rumors of a woman who was not always the picture-perfect image she projected. Tales of cutthroat business dealings, manipulative encounters, and a relentless pursuit of status started to surface in hushed conversations within Hollywood circles. The shadowy past. Some say Heather's rise was fueled not just by talent and perseverance, but by a ruthless desire to dominate her environment. Former acquaintances recount moments when she allegedly used charm as a weapon, wrapping people around her finger before revealing her true intentions. Behind closed doors, her reputation for being fiercely competitive and sometimes dismissive of those she deemed obstacles grew. An anonymous source claimed Heather is incredibly strategic. She knows how to play the game, but sometimes at the expense of others' feelings or integrity. That side of her is rarely seen on TV, but it's there. The secret scandal. The most persistent rumor revolves around a scandal that supposedly took place behind the scenes of her rising empire. Allegedly, Heather was involved in a contentious business deal with a small boutique that refused to sell her products at a discount. What started as a negotiation soon turned into a high-stakes power play, with accusations flying of manipulation, intimidation, and even espionage. Sources claim that Heather's team allegedly planted false reviews to sabotage competitors, and that her aggressive tactics extended beyond business into personal relationships. Though no concrete proof has ever emerged publicly, the whispers persist, fueling speculation about her true character. The personal price. While Heather's public life appears idyllic, filled with designer clothes, luxurious homes, and picture-perfect family moments, the darker truths may have taken a toll on her personal life. Insider reports suggest that her marriage, often portrayed as a modeling partnership, has been tested by her relentless ambition. Some close to the family hint at underlying tension, alleging that Heather's obsession with maintaining her image and expanding her brand has created emotional distance from her husband and children. An insider confided, Heather's drive sometimes blinds her to what truly matters. She's so focused on her public success that she neglects her inner world. The mask of perfection. Despite the rumors and alleged secrets, Heather has always been adept at maintaining her polished facade. Her social media feeds are carefully curated. Glamorous vacations, charity galas, and family milestones, all meticulously composed to craft an image of perfection. But insiders say that beneath this veneer lies a woman battling her own insecurities. Some speculate that Heather's obsession with control stems from a deep fear of vulnerability, a fear of losing her carefully built empire of appearances. Her relentless pursuit of perfection may be a shield against her own doubts and fears. The reckoning. The question remains, will Heather Dubrow's dark side ever come to light? Or has she successfully kept her secrets buried beneath layers of makeup, Botox, and painstakingly curated content? As her story continues to unfold, many wonder if the woman they see on screen is merely a persona crafted to hide a more complex, perhaps darker, identity. In the world of fame and fortune, illusions are currency and truth is often the first casualty. Heather's story, like many in her realm, remains a delicate balance between the allure of glamour and the shadows lurking just beneath. The price of perfection. In the end, Heather Dubrow's narrative is a mirror reflecting the universal human struggle, the desire to be loved and admired, the fear of exposure, and the relentless pursuit of success. Whether her darker secrets are real or merely the product of speculation, they serve as a reminder that behind every polished surface lies a story waiting to be told. And perhaps, in some distant future, Heather herself will decide to lift the veil, revealing her true self, not the flawless icon, but the complex, imperfect woman who has navigated the treacherous waters of fame, ambition, and vulnerability. Until then, the dark side of Heather Dubrow remains a tantalizing mystery, a chapter in her story that continues to intrigue and inspire curiosity.